Hello and thank you for watching. My name is Heather Alexandra, and today we're going to talk about what makes Battlegrounds so damn fun. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a giant battle royale game that's simple in concept and exciting in execution. It asks 100 players to fight until there's only one remaining. Trying to figure out exactly why I love Battlegrounds, it hasn't been easy. Do I love it for the punchy rifles and the sudden gunfights? Do I love it for the strangely quiet countrysides and ruins? I couldn't really put my finger on it until I met the man behind the game, Brendan, PlayerUnknown, Green, at this year's E3. Talking about Battlegrounds and swapping a couple stories, he told me a simple truth about the game that I hadn't really realized before. There is no wrong way to win. We often talk about how you win a game. In Mario Kart, you win the race. In Civilization, you build the world's most powerful nation. In Final Fantasy, you defeat the last boss. All these games have well-defined rules that dictate how their goals are achieved. You can't go backwards on a Mario Kart track if you want to win. It's literally the wrong way. In Battlegrounds, anything and everything is on the table. You can rush around and try and get the most kills. You can camp in buildings for 20 minutes and hide for most of the match. And if you're lucky, you might not even have to fire your gun at all. A win is a win. All routes are valid. While there is a requirement for a Battlegrounds match to end, the death of all players, there is no right or wrong way for this to come about. If a sufficiently charming player managed to walk into a server and talk everybody else into leaping off a cliff, that's just as valid as the lone wolf sniper who headshots everyone. Battlegrounds' greatest strength is its lack of rules and the freedom it offers players in winning a match. Battlegrounds makes suggestions rather than demands. It places weapons and armor in nearly every house with the implicit suggestion that you take them, but it never requires you to pick up anything. It shrinks the play space with an electric field that will eventually kill you if you spend a lot of time outside of it, but it never stops you from running outside that zone. The only limitations it offers are the size of the map and the items that are contained within. You can't win a game of Battlegrounds using a flamethrower because it doesn't exist in the game, but there's nothing stopping you from picking up a frying pan to use that as your only means of defense. Battlegrounds' hands-off approach allows for a variety of different players to carve out their own strategies and playstyles, from smooth, would-be military operators to wild and silly duos running around to cause as much chaos as possible. Each victory, and the war story a player tells getting to it, is unique. The destination is fixed, but there's endless paths to explore and new experiences to discover. Many competitive games develop a metagame based on the relative strength of certain items or characters. In Overwatch, a team composition of characters that can dive quickly to attack enemies and reach objectives it's like a really popular composition at the moment. And in Hearthstone, there was a deck called Quest Rogue that dominated the game until it was finally nerfed a couple weeks ago. Battlegrounds has items that people enjoy and habits that players form, but it doesn't really have a well-defined metagame, and it's far better for it. There's no pressure to conform to a standard. Even though each match of Battlegrounds is heart-pounding, you never have to worry about whether or not you played correctly.